Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dennis. Thanks for joining me. I am in my condo gym here in Bangkok this morning. I'm going to do some cardio, and I thought, wow, what a great opportunity to take you along with me and show you a couple different ways to use the treadmill so that you can keep your cardio fresh and lively. Now, not everybody likes the treadmill. I love the treadmill because of the things that I do. It's actually a lot of fun. And with what I'm going to show you, I have peace of mind knowing that while I'm on the treadmill, I'm working every muscle from my pelvis down. Now I'm just going to show you a quick 5-minute circuit with 4 different directions. And this is really going to help you lessen the fatigue that you may be getting from being redundant, just walking forward or running forward using just a couple primary muscles. With this circuit that I'm going to show you, it's going to help you incorporate and integrate all the muscles from your pelvis down so that you spread the workload out over all of the muscles and you're not fatiguing any one or two in particular. So it's fun, it's cool, it's a nice change, and you can do this every day. I'm going to show you one round, it takes about 5 minutes. Now, I'm only going to do one round on camera. Shut the camera off, and then I'm going to go through 5 of these rounds because that's about what I have time for this morning, and then I have to go out and train some people. But you can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times and know that your cardio time has been well spent. So with that, let's jump right in and have a good time. Enjoy this. The first thing I'm going to do is set my speed on the treadmill. In this case, I'm going to use 5.0. My treadmill is set at kilometers per hour. Now yours may be calibrated in miles per hour, and there is a variance in speed. So please account for that and set the speed according to your abilities. You can choose any speed you like. My first posture is simply walking flat and forward. I have minimal hip hinge, minimal knee bend, and minimal ankle bend, which means I have minimal muscular usage. I'm propelling myself off the front of my feet, which means I'm contracting my calves. I'm going to stay in this position for 1 minute. Now you can choose a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes. It's entirely up to you and how hard you want to work. I'm going to show you 4 movements, and it's going to be about a 5-minute circuit in duration. I'll go through this circuit just one time, but you can go through this as many times as you have time for or as many times as you want to. You can do this one time, takes about 5 minutes. 2 times, 4 times, 5 times. It's entirely up to you and how many calories you want to burn and how much muscular usage you want to endure. As I go through this one time around, this is purely for demonstrative purposes. Now getting into the second movement, I'm changing the incline to 10.0 while keeping the speed at 5.0. It's going to take about 30 seconds to go from flat to 10.0 incline. And as the treadmill goes up, you can see that I'm starting to labor as I take my strides, and I'm spending more time on my heels. And as you know from the sumo squat, when you displace weight through your heels or push through your heels, your primary muscles used are your glutes. And that is in fact also the case on the treadmill when you go out on an extreme incline. You spend more time on your heels, displacing weight through your heels, and your primary muscles used are your glutes. So if that is what you want to work while doing your cardio, raise the incline to 10.0. Now I've stayed at 10.0 for 1 minute, and I've now changed it. I'm going to go back down flat. My third posture or direction is going to be backwards. And this is completely the opposite from the first 2 movements. The first 2 movements were forward, which is a heel to toe weight displacement. Now we do this very well because we move like this every day as humans. Walking backwards is a whole new ball game. We have to remap in our minds how we move because we are now displacing our weight through our feet from toe to heel. As you can see, backwards I can also run, I can take short choppy strides,
or I can take long, slow strides at the same speed. That's not the case when we walk forward, but we're built dynamically as humans. This is really cool. If you have any knee sensitivity at all, you're really going to love walking backwards on the treadmill because it does not stress or strain the knees. Every time I take a stride, you can see that I curl my leg back, which contracts the hamstring, which becomes the primary mover as we walk backwards. So the first two postures being forward had us working the quadriceps and the glutes as primary movers, and now walking backwards, the hamstrings become the primary muscles that are moving our legs. Every time my heel goes back, my knee bends, and I contract my hamstrings. I stayed in that posture for 1 minute. And now I'm going to go to the inner thighs. The two inner thigh muscles are the gracilis and sartorius. So I'm going to do 15 side shuffles each way. I'll do 2 rounds of each. The key here is to not point your toes forward. When you point your toe forward or externally rotate your front leg, you're simply using your hip flexors. And we've already done that walking flat forward. You want to push your front leg forward. You want to push your heel forward, contracting your glutes. And you want to pull your back leg forward, or your back heel forward, to contract the two inner thigh muscles. So your feet are going to be absolutely perpendicular to the treadmill belt. And this is a great way to work your inner thigh muscles. Again, this is one time through. This is a great way to use the treadmill so that you can incorporate and use all the muscles from your waist down. Guys, have fun with this.